Good evening, everybody. How you doing? This is Bob Bennett, and you've managed to make your way to a Friday night edition of Bob Bennett Weekly Live. This is episode number 196. We are closing in on that magical 200 coming up here pretty soon. Upper room number 71. Glad you're all able to join me. Folks are already checking in and greeting one another in the comments community. It is Friday, February 23rd in the year of our Lord 2024. I'm here in the People's Republic of California, where it is just 1 minute after 5 p.m. If you're here in real time joining us, thank you so much for doing so. Whether you are a welcome newcomer, which means this might be your first time finding your way in, or a blessed lurker, which means that you'll check in and watch, but you rarely, if ever, comment. And also we have the comments community, the folks that kind of run this thing with me. They're my collective co-host for every edition that we have. So whether you're watching in real time or catching it on a replay, we're very, very happy that you're with us. And I say we because after it started out as a me, it turned into a we. Had one of those days where I just literally sat down, strapped my guitar on, and pressed go live. It was just one of those afternoons. So in this edition, there's only going to be one set of footprints in the sand because you'll be carrying me. Hey, we do have a newcomer already, somebody on YouTube under the handle Ingalls Perspective. How you doing? And giving greetings. That's the spirit. Thank you so much for joining and being with us tonight. First through the digital doorway, Tom Clock of the famous Clock Brothers. Hopefully Brother Tim in the Inland Empire is somewhere not far behind, if he can make it in tonight. Bob Donez checking in from Canada tonight, as always. Now keep in mind, it's just me tonight, so I'm as it has been the past few episodes, so I may get a little behind in the comments. If I miss a comment that you really, really want me to see, repost it. If I miss a song request and it seems that I'm kind of wandering down the garden path without doing that, you let me know. There's no such thing as bothering Bob, so don't worry about it. John Lord, along with his lovely bride Phyllis in Montana. Hi, Heather Cross. How you doing? You are on time. Very, very well done. Rick Negrady in Hampton, Virginia. There he is. Tim Clock sending love from Riverside, California. Gonna head out in a little bit, but is gonna stick with us as long as he can. Karen Gabriel is saying hi, as always, from Saluda, North Carolina. And the McPhees. The McPhees are in the house. Alan and Heidi. Jim and Norma. It's just like having a wonderful dinner party, except the only food involved is whatever you might have sitting next to you. Jody Marine. Hey, Ann Swanson, Ann and Bernard. Very good. If all works out, and we have our prayers crossed that they will, I'm going to be singing for Ann and Bernard's wedding in June here in Southern California. We just kind of nailed that down by an email back and forth. So very, very excited, you guys. All right, Brock and Roxana in the house from Bulverde, and it's time for me to sing a song. All hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels prostrate fall. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Ye chosen seed of Israel's race, ye ransomed from the fall. Hail him who saves you by his grace, and crown him Lord of all. Hail him who saves you by his grace, and crown him Lord of all. Oh, that with yonder sacred throng we at his feet may fall. We'll join the everlasting song and crown him Lord of all. We'll join the everlasting song and crown him Lord, and crown him Lord, and crown him Lord of all. Can't go wrong with a classic. All hail the power of Jesus' name. I did a solo recording, much like you just heard there, on The View from Here back in 2002. Hey, Jody Marine, how you doing? Sorry I missed saying hello earlier. Sometimes names get by me. Okay. I have a different travel mug, and when I drink tea out of it, it gets all over the place. Isn't that lovely? What a thing to find out when you're live streaming. Oh boy. Anyway, oh man, Helen, hi. And forgive me, I always massacre her surname. You know that's my middle name, is Bob Massacre Your Surname Bennett. It's Helen Beaujeu, or Beaujeu. Forgive me, darling, for that. But she's checking in from Perth, Western Australia, and wishing us a good day, which I think it might be day there already. And this is so cool. I just have a handful of like international check-ins here on this thing, but it always makes me happy. And going to Australia is definitely on my bucket list. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but if I can ever come up with the flimsiest of reasons to get on an airplane and go, I really, really, really want to go. But so nice to have you in the digital house tonight, hon. Thank you for joining us. Clyde Adams, I recognize that name from Leeds, Alabama. Love my visits to Alabama. Haven't been there lately. Hey, Mark McCoy popping in for a quick hello from Salem, Oregon. Stay as long as you can. And thank you for coming. Hey, he may already be off now, but Captain Cephalopodular is here saying hello to us fellow mortals. My favorite handle. I'm sorry, it's Captain Cephalopodular. Catherine Sherman from Seattle. Very good. Hi, John Cadill. Thank you so much for that kind greeting. And let's see. There's a couple new names here that I haven't seen before. Let's see. English Perspective is one of them. John Cadill. I don't know if you've been around before, but that I kind of have this thing where I have this little deja vu thing that goes off in my head, and some of these names are a little new or a little newer to me. So, as is Kathy Gray Fosian. Forgive me if I'm again massacring your surname. It's kind of a special thing. You can, it's like, has Bob Bennett massacred your surname? Oh, he will. Hey, we got a request. It is all request night, by the way, and so feel free to let your requests fly. And as I work my way down the comments, I will do my best to get to those. Someone has asked for, John Cadill has asked for My Redeemer Lives. I'm going to dial this up because there's an extra verse that I'm starting to play that I don't have as committed to memory as the 40 plus year version that I recorded all of those years ago. Hey, Tacey! I know that my Redeemer lives. What comfort this sweet sentence gives. He lives who once was dead. He lives my ever-living head. Triumphant from the grave, he lives eternally to save. He lives my mansion to prepare. He lives to lead me safely there. Silence all my fears. He lives to wipe away my tears. He lives to calm my troubled heart. He lives all mercies to impart. And grants me daily bread. He lives and I shall conquer death. He lives and while he lives I'll sing. He all glory to his name. He lives, my Jesus, still the same. And oh, the sweet joy this sentence gives. I know that my Redeemer lives. I know that my Redeemer lives. All right, by request for John, I think it was. Yep. My Redeemer lives. Hi, Noni Cashman. I'm a little bit behind in the comments. Also, for those of you, if you happen to be newbies or close to newbie, I get a consolidated list of all the comments on the 3 different pages that this is going to. This goes to my YouTube channel. It goes to my Bob Bennett singer-songwriter page on Facebook, and it also goes to my Bob Bennett, personal page on Facebook. So I get consolidated comments from everybody. So if you hear me greeting people and like, where are they? And reacting to comments and so forth, it's because I've got everything in front of me. So that's the deal with that. So good to see your name, Noni. Please give our greetings to Ed. All right. Now that we're in a 1979 album mood. First, this for Noni. I hear footsteps in the garden, and I know the Lord is near, and He calls me by my name, saying, where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Why do you hide from me, my son? And I answered more loudly than I might have done. I feel naked and ashamed. I've sinned against you, Father, and I've no one but myself to blame. And He said, you are not naked, you are clothed the grace of my Son. Come and let me lead you to where your journey will be done. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Why do you hide from me, my child? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Why do you hide from me when I love you so? All right, the garden song for our dear friend Noni. Hey, David Friedley. Hey, Beth Warren Hawkins. Thank you so much for that greeting. She said it was good to worship with you at NAMM. At the NAMM show, which is the National Association of Music Merchants, they have a big yearly to-do at the Anaheim Convention Center out here. And for the past few years, I don't think I've missed one lately. I got sick, I think, 3 or 4 years ago and missed one, but my dear pal Bruce Adolph does a NAMM chapel service over in the Hilton. Just literally like a half hour, 35 minutes long, so people can get in for their last day of the show. So I think that's what Beth is referring to. I am really behind here. Let me, I know this is like fascinating live streaming when I go to catch up with comments, but give me just a second to catch up with things here and so that I can write down some requests and that sort of thing today. Very good. Hey, HT, how you doing? Yes, I can. Let me get a little bit further down the road here with checking my comments, and I will do this for my pal HT. Harold Taylor, a.k.a. Harold Taylor. So, very good. Let's see. Now there's some multitasking. David Freely remarks a little bit ago that he's going to kick back tonight, watch the live stream, and change his strings on a 12-string guitar. Yeah, that's right. Oh, very good. Hey! All right. Thank goodness he's here. You know what that means, don't you? Of course you do. That means from Kilwinning, Scotland, our friend John Howie in the house. Very good. Our original international check-in with Mr. Howie. Let's see. Oh my goodness! Very cool. This is kind of a busy around the household. His youngest daughter, Rebecca, is getting married in less than a month. I know it's kind of crazy time leading up to a wedding. And, let's see. I don't know that song. I think you've mentioned it before. I'm writing it down now. Of course, I can go afterwards and check all the comments, but I'm making a little chicken scratching for that tune. Hey, Don Hecox, thank you so much for saying hello. Yeah, last week was really fun. My friend Diana Glyer hosted a birthday party, and she had me and 3 other artists, and Lynn Maudlin and Matthew, and I'm forgetting the names, and then Thomas, and we did a 4-person in the round in her house. We sat down all in the same place with our guitars in hands, and then just did a round robin of singing songs and so forth, and that was really good fun. She's a wonderful person, and has been very, very kind to me over the years. And so it was fun to help her celebrate her birthday. And hey, Jim Portillo, you Portlandia guy, you? Very good. Dr. Dustin Parker checking in. I also, this past weekend, played at Concordia Lutheran Church and had a good time there, as I always do, with Pastor Dustin and the worship team there. Okay, I'm just seeing this now, but it's time. I do this warning because for those of you, anyway, I'm about to raise my voice. If you've got headphones on or you got your speakers up real loud, this is a courtesy warning before I say hi to Rena. How you doing, Rena? Finally, it's when I see her name. That's what it is. Hey, David Geckler. I hope I pointed them in the right direction. I did my best. Good to see your name crop up, buddy. And let's see. Very good. Yeah, I'm way, way behind here. Sorry, folks. Let me scroll up a little bit here. Oh, gosh. I don't think I could do it. But remind me, Katie. Text me or email me, too, and remind me of that Juke Bob challenge. How you doing, Katie Duck? Good to see your name crop up, honey. We have worked our way through some of those snacks. Oh, my. Lots of snacking fun going on in the Bennett household. Hey, Mark Halleck. Saying hi from... let's see. Okay, we did get a request from Jen for Kings of Summer Street. Thank you, John. If I missed that, John Lord is helping me out here. So, okay, so first up, and I'll get a little bit further down in the comments here and get myself caught up as best I can. Yes, HT, I do have plans for episode 200. Now, I may actually delay that celebration because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to live stream when I'm in Canada for 2 weekends. I'm going, God willing, and everything kind of remains stable here at the house with Gracie. I have plans to fly to Bellingham, Washington, and then Mr. Salmond is going to pick me up and take me over into Surrey, and we're going to spend a couple of weeks recording. So I think that's when episode 200 is. So I just have to figure out whether or not I'm going to do it from the road or maybe hold off. But yeah, I'm going to solicit videos and do all kinds of fun stuff if I can for episode 200. Let's see. Okay, so Heather Cross. Either SG or Life That Is Not My Own. Okay. Okay, I'm behind now, as you know, so snacks at the ready. The John Howie Snack Inventory, Rioja, as recommended by the Wine and Worship Wednesdays with Noel Richards. Dark Mint Era Chocolate, creamy blue cheese on oatmeal, and simple sea salt and vinegar crisps. You can't go wrong with that. And reducing snacks to slim down for the wedding kilt. See, now that's a dedicated father. Okay? I'm sorry, it just is. Hey, Al Clarkson? Watching from Toronto. Very good. That's great. Hi, Stephen Witkowski. Forgive me. I've mispronounced your name. I know that name, though. Let's see. All right. HTS for healings. Let me pop that up and play it as best I can. Our second Scotland check-in is here. Jack Brown checking in from Dundee. How far is Dundee from Kilwinning? There is some geography we won't know anything about unless we check our devices. Jack, you don't have any Scottish snacks you can a list you can provide as well, do you? It's not a challenge. You don't need that list in order to be here, but Mr. Howie has made it such a tradition, and I found out so much about Scottish snacks that if you have any education or any favorites, of course, be sure and check in with your own Scottish snack inventory. Now, there is a very narrow niche conversation, yeah, and of course, Katie Duck sent me a box of stuff, man. All right. Jesus, will you heal me? I've got a terminal disease. It's hard for me to talk to you unless I'm driven to my knees. And I don't mean to make demands on you, but I know that you are kind. You see, my eyes are working perfectly, but I feel like I'm blind. Jesus, will you heal me? I've got blisters on my feet. I've run everywhere but straight to you. Now the struggle stands complete, and I've no one else to turn to, and I'm out of breath and scared, for though my legs seem very able, they couldn't take me anywhere. Oh, look, it's a glorious thing. The winter is healed and grown into spring, and my heart is mended by the love of the Lamb. The one who heals, the one who says I am. Oh, look, His will be done. His children are loving with the love of His Son. By the grace of Jesus, His words ring true. The one who heals, the one who says, I love you. I love you. My eyes were blinded, I could not see what I had long ignored. My legs were useless, 'cause I was running away from the Lord. But patiently He waited the healer of my life. All right, healings for HT. John Lord posted in all caps something, I don't know, I missed it. I missed the post. I'm not quite sure. John Lord sent me a message, but it got right by me. Just kidding. I kid because I love. Hey, Dr. Garth. Good to see you in there. How you doing, my friend? All right, somebody asked for the Kings of Summer Street. At least I think John, that's the one that John passed along. And as it is all request night, I will absolutely honor that request. Hang on one second, let me get that bad boy up here. And also, I can't do that without doing the other one. Hang on one second, a little cup of tea here. Very good. Good call. Alan McPhee is recommending to you, as I have to everyone, to check out Malcolm Guite's blog and also his YouTube channel. It's Malcolm, M-A-L-C-O-L-M, Guite, G-U-I-T-E, Malcolm Guite. And he does a wonderful, he's got lots of stuff on YouTube, but on his own channel he does a thing called A Spell in the Library, and always does a wonderful visit with some great piece of literature or a reading or holding forth on different subjects and stuff, and you're just always going to be a more well-rounded, educated, amazed, and blessed person when you check in with the stuff that Malcolm is doing. He's very, very generous with everything he does. All right, let me scroll down here real quick. All right. I killed my best friend in the yard today. He's had it coming, war as hell. I said, I gotcha, and he said, no way. Then we heard my mama yell. I hate tuna, so he ate tuna. I'm more a peanut butter man. Soda slurping, the art of burping, things the girls don't understand. My baby sister, she's an alien, comes from Uranus, I presume. We held her off with the remote control. Then we got bored and watched cartoons. I like Porky Pig, he called me a dorky pig, and so we wrestled on the floor until the voice of doom called from the laundry room. You boys go take that stuff outdoors. We are the kings of everything. Always survey everyone we meet. We are the kings of Summer Street. Nobody knows that we are famous spies. Big Brother is our enemy. He's at a summer camp for Russian guys, so we snuck up to his room to see his secret girly files. They were wearing only smiles. Saving democracy is swell. And if he ever finds out what our mission was all about, who's he gonna tell? We are the kings of everything. Always survey everyone we meet. We are the kings of Summer Street. No girls allowed unless we say so. Grown-ups stick to their own crowd, but what do they know? We'll always be blood brothers, live next door to each other, ruling the kingdom of our neighborhood. Living this royal life, well, it's pretty good. We are the kings of everything. Always survey everyone we meet. Just him and me, as you can see. We are the kings of Summer Street. We are the kings of Summer Street. All right, by request, the Kings of Summer Street. A goofy little song that I co-wrote with a very talented Nashville artist and songwriter, Don Henry. And that was the first and only time I got to hang with it. Well, we did an In the Round at the Bluebird in that era, but haven't been in the same room with the man for over 20 years. But he's just a consummate songwriter, and we had a lot of fun fashioning our little song here, and imagining ourselves. Let's see. Let me scroll down a bit. I do have Small Graces for Heather coming up, and let me see here if we have any questions or. Let's see. Hey, Mo Leverett, how you doing? Very, very good to see your name. He wants to hear my most recent song. Oh my. I'm trying to think of what that is. Well, I mean, I think... Oh gosh. I've got one that is so close, but it's kind of like... Mo, you'll know the deal on here. It's not like 20 years or 15 years of continuous effort. That would be, continuous effort is kind of not really my thing. But what I mean to say is, and you probably know this, you've got an idea that is going to happen, and you know it's a good idea, but you're kind of like chasing down the white whale. You can't quite bring it on home, can't quite finish. I've got a song like that called Living Plan B, which is I can tell you about it. It's not the same as singing it, but the song is about, and I try really hard not to write finger pointy songs, because I don't like it when people, even when they're well-intentioned, I just don't like people to tell me, let me tell you, Buster. I mean, they don't let her put the word Buster in a song, but that's the title of my new album, Let Me Tell You, Buster. I think that's the title. No, so I try not to point fingers and stuff. And if I want somebody to if I'm hoping that someone comes to some kind of conclusion or takes something away, I just put it in the lyric and let them have at it. It's not my job to sort of dictate what they hear and what they get out of it and all that. I've gotten out of the. I've tried to get myself out of the propaganda business. Now everybody's got a message. Everybody's got a point of view. So, at its most cynical, everybody's kind of selling something, even if they say they're not selling anything. That's the something they're selling. But that's a very imprecise and very crude way to put it. But I try not to, So what Living Plan B is about is my notion that what we do is we lionize and pay great attention to everybody who gets what they want. The Oprahization of the culture. Just follow your dreams, everybody. It's going to be great. Well, there's a whole legion of people who didn't get to follow their dream. And they are living Plan B. They're not getting to do the thing that they always wanted to do like I do. Those, to me, are the real heroes, the people who live faithful lives, not living out the thing that they wanted to do when they were a little kid. So it's the first verse is, no grand jeté for the ballerina. She works the night shift in sensible shoes. Eggs over easy for the long haul poet who hides his notebook and chases his muse. Anyway, so it's legions of people in casting parts in factories, but they can't get to where they want to be, having to live faithfully, living Plan B. That's kind of the. Anyway, that's a long way to answer a question. Thank you. Thank you for asking. This motivates me to try to finish the song so I can sing it instead of just talking about it. All right, in just a minute here, let me jot this down. Hi, Doug. Doug and Teresa Ingalls, and wants to hear Carpenter Gone Bad. Let me do that. I'm going to do this for Mo real quick, and then let me launch back into Small Graces and Carpenter and some of those. So I think this is the one I'm the most proud of. This is the one that I it took me a while to get here, but I wanted to tell this story and I wanted to try to not be. I feel like I'm having a one-on-one chat with Mo right now. Mo, you're also aware of the fact, and Pierce Pettis is sort of Exhibit A here. He writes songs. They're not triacally kind of sentimental songs, but when you hear them, you provide the sentiment that they need. That's how good a songwriter he is. So he doesn't like reach over and cut up the meat on your plate or chew the food before it gets to you or that kind of stuff. As a songwriter, and so I tried with this song to tell the truth, and this is an autobiographical song. But I tried to do it in such a way to where people can perhaps be reminded of their own similar story. She's out there in the world somewhere, still alive and well. She's happy from a distance now, as far as I can tell. Nobody ever taught me, my parents or my teachers, how to behave or what to say to these alien creatures. At the start of one summer, it was all pigtails and cooties. When the fall was new, they turned into a classroom full of beauties. Chased across the schoolyard, laughing as they scattered. I lost my mind when I came to find that only one girl mattered. Back before the heartaches and the sorrows and all my mistakes, spilled into my tomorrows. Oh, I know I can never go back to where I used to be, when the whole life of my heart was in front of me. A heart-shaped box of candy, Mom drove me to the store, bought with my allowance to deliver to her door. Her mother smiled and took it, come in a while and stay, but nothing said. I shook my head and turned to run away. Back before the heartaches and the sorrows and all my mistakes spilled into my tomorrows. Oh, I know I can never go back to who I used to be, when the whole life of my heart was in front of me. Hidden under my pillow, a transistor radio, teaching me a language I did not know. Songs painting pictures I thought only I could see, when the whole life of my heart was in front of me. The woman who sleeps next to me, she's vowed to be my wife, and she says she'll stay every night and day for the rest of my natural life. But she only knows this wounded soul. If only she could see that kid with my name, when we were one and the same, and the whole life of my heart was in front of me. The whole life of my heart was still in front of me. The whole life of my heart. All right, from Mo Leverett. I don't know if it's exactly the latest, but it's the one that I can't wait to get in the studio and record that and kind of unleash that out to people who might be interested. Okay, all right, okay, that's what it was. John was alerting me to Al Clarkson's post, and I saw that, but I don't know if I caught exactly what he was saying. Hold on one second. I'm scrolling back here because I want to see if I can find it. Scrolling. Isn't this exciting? Exciting stuff, everybody. Oh, I missed it, so forgive me. All right, let me scroll back here a little bit and make sure I... Oh my goodness! That's very, very cool. Harold Hogarth is here. My family has a wonderful history with the Hogarth family. And my brother Michael and his Harold's brother Wayne were in a folk group way back in the day. And this is Mr. 8 years younger than my brother Bobby. Was very, very taken and inspired by their adventures when I was just a young lad. Okay. Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so Al, now I thought the Lorica was based on St. Patrick's breastplate, but I know that text has been appropriated into different hymns and so forth. Is that what you're talking about? Or do I need to do my research a little better? That's what John is referring to, I believe, is Al Clarkson's comment. He says he's watching from the 206-year-old Congregational Hall at the church in Toronto. And he said when you sing the Lorica, the writer's father preached here as a graduate student some 70 plus years ago. So I want to chase that down. Let's see. Okay, Jack Brown. I'm behind. Jack Brown has checked in with Tunnix wafers and a brew. Oh yeah, okay. And now with the Scottish jokes. Now, see, right? Haggis and black pudding. Sure, right. Hang on just a second. Oh, you guys, you're killing me here. Hi, Debbie Peterson. Thank you so much. Lee Bartlett, my pal from San Antonio. Hi, Matt Flowers. Let me write that down. I'll try to get to everything. You guys are so generous with the requests that I may or may not be able to get to them. So forgive me if that's the case. Fash Matrix, a familiar name around here. You're welcome, Gen Pro. That's where I am in the comments. Hold on one second. Oh, we've got a little thread here on Buster Brown shoes. There's such a great list of like stuff that in the distant past that only we would recognize. Like out here on the West, Helm's Bakery Trucks. There used to be a bakery that delivered bakery goods, just like the milkman would deliver bottles of milk. The bakery truck, they had these big long woodies that were outfitted with these big pull-out trays, and moms would, stay-at-home moms, which was pretty much the norm so long ago, would go out to the Helms truck. You'd hear a little horn, and they'd go out on the street and buy bread and donuts and all that kind of stuff from the Helms truck. So Buster Brown shoes, lots of cool things. Alrighty, let me get my attention span back on the fact that I'm actually live streaming here and I got people that are tuned in. All right, I think this was, I think this is Heather. Heather's, and again, in introducing these songs, I'm not suggesting to you that somehow I can't just sing them and you won't make what you will of them, but Small Graces was the thought. That's my moniker for the small little things that happen. We want the big, we want the dramatic, we want the lightning in the sky, and we miss the still small voice. We miss the small little postcards, if you will, that get sent to us throughout the day. That there is more than what's obsessing us. There's more than just the big news. So Small Graces was kind of my thought of how to talk about that a little bit. Sometimes they slip by without notice. Sometimes they're very hard to see. Other times it's also clear when they're happening to me. Bright penny on the sidewalk can't buy nothing by itself. When I hold it in my hands, it's a tiny piece of priceless wealth. These are the small graces, the little moments when the miracles come. These are the small graces, small graces leading me to the larger ones. smile that is not automatic, that lingers on a little more than the time it takes to count my change, the time it takes to close the drawer. These are the small graces, the little moments when the miracles come. These are the small graces, small graces leading me to the larger ones. Small graces surely have a meaning beyond their merely passing by. They are a reminder to the heart there's more to life than meets the eye. More to life than meets the eye. Oh. Cheerful greetings unexpected, shared by strangers on the run. When the sky is clouded over, still the promise of the sun is in the small graces, the little moments when the miracles come. These are the small graces, small graces leading me to the larger ones. Small graces, little glimpses of the kingdom come from unexpected places. These are the small graces. Have it. Small graces for Heather. Hey, David Friedley says that John Prine did work the song Buster into a lyric. Of course he did. Oh, man. Would you love not to be a fly on the wall when John Prine and Steve Goodman and Chris Christopherson were like hanging out together? I mean, fly on the wall when they have guitars in their hands. Who knows? You know, I'm just saying. But maybe just to be in the room with those guys would be nuts. Doug Knudsen, 41 years married. Very good. That's a great number. That's a great, great number. Hey, this is cool. Hi, Jennifer Clock. Jennifer is Tim's favorite daughter. And, oh, yeah. Okay, honey, thank you. We'll take that into account. She's asking for prayer, which we will do a little bit later in the live stream. She's got some unemployment stuff going, and oh, man. I know that can be very unsettling, and you want to be faithful and all that, but it's still, I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer when it comes to theology and biblical things and all that. But Jennifer, don't beat yourself up that you're anxious about this. That's just, you're anxious. I don't think you're it's not a question of anxiousness because you don't have faith or anything like that, but you think, Lord, what is my part? What do I need to do here? Is there something I'm not doing? Is there something I need to do? I want to be responsible here. I want to take care of this. So I actually draw a distinction between. I don't think that all worry is unfaithful or somehow sinful or whatever. Sometimes we worry about stuff that actually does need to be attended to, does need attention, and maybe we don't always rise to that occasion. But so just let me encourage you that I know this is, these kinds of difficult times. Just keep your prayers up as best you can, but don't beat yourself up if you're feeling some of these discouragements and things, because you're human. Who wouldn't feel this? Who wouldn't be going through this? So anyway, I hope you don't mind me. Hope you don't mind me dispensing dad advice. You probably don't need it, but dear one. But they're just flexing the old parental muscles that don't get used very often anymore. Lori and Paul Reed in Minnesota, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in tonight and saying hi. Oh, I got it. Okay, Al Clarkson, I'm very sorry. What a goofball. What he's saying, and I'm just now, the brain synapses are now firing, is that at this particular church in Toronto, Gail Salmon's dad was there at that church. I get it now. I'm so sorry. I didn't, you put it in such a creative way, and of course, Mr. Songwriter, words for a living, bam, right over my head. So, thank you, Al. I appreciate you hanging in there and explaining it to me. Oh, my gracious me. All right, I got a request a little while ago to sing Carpenter Gone Bad, which I'll do. There's a man down in the street, says he's the Messiah, telling people he is the chosen one. Says that he is in the Father, and the Father's in the Son. Empty nets made full of fish, and blind eyes that see. Didn't he used to work with wood in Galilee? Now he's in the synagogue, telling people they are wrong to live as whitewashed tombs full of dead men's bones. Some say he is the Son of God, others laugh and call him mad. But do you think he is who they say he is, or just a carpenter gone bad? People talking about him wherever I go. They say he teaches with authority. Is this something I don't know? They say it is his fervent prayer that we'd stay in the Father's care and believe that he is the Word made man. Some say he is the Son of God, others laugh and call him mad. All right. By request, Carpenter Gone Bad. Lee Bartlett. Texas heartburn and fish tacos. Indeed. Very funny. All right. I'm behind here on the comments, just scrolling down real quick. I may not get to all of my requests tonight because you guys have been so great. So I will, I'll go through and check the comments afterwards and make a note for next week and do some make goods. So if you want to come back next week and I haven't played your tune, I will certainly try to do it. Okay, I got a request for 1951, song about baseball, and then we will have a little bit of time of prayer together before we say goodnight. Well, Daddy was an honest, hard-working man with bad eyesight and calloused hands. He married young and he made a stand. In 1951, well, there was worn-out pants and pinto beans, minimum wage and mustard greens. But he treated Mama just like a queen. 1951. In 1951, both of them lovers and both of them young. There were clouds in the skies, but stars in their eyes. In 1951, she called him Mr., he called her hon. In 1951. Well, sometimes I'd hear my daddy sigh, and Mama would cry on his shoulder. Whenever I would ask them why, they'd say you'll know when you're older. Well, they'd pray for rain in summer and give thanks in the fall. I've seen the pictures, I've seen them all. Even on their knees they look so tall. In 1951, in 1951, both of them lovers and both of them young. There were clouds in the skies, but stars in their eyes. In 1951, she called him Mr., he called her hon. In 1951, in 1951. Oh, that's very cute. Crystal Palace, his 4-year-old granddaughter, calls me Uncle Bob. That's so sweet. I love that. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Very nice to hear. All right. We did get a request for a song about baseball. which I will play for you. And then if you're, this would be the time, by the way, let me cue you, that if you would like to post any prayer requests, things that are on your mind, anything you'd feel comfortable sharing in a public group like this, we'll be discreet about it. We don't necessarily read out these things. We don't enumerate them, but people will take note as you post. So now would be the time to do that, as I sing this little song about my past. 1951 is actually more of a fictional thing that started out with my friend Mike Aguilar and the late John Fowler, and I came in and helped at the end. It wasn't really autobiographical, but I just loved it so much I had to do it. This one is absolute, complete autobiography, for better or for worse. So, Saturdays on the baseball field, and me afraid of the ball. Just another kid on camera day, when the Angels still played in LA. I was smiling and living black and white. Baseball caps and bubble gum, I think there's a hole in my glove. 3 and 2, life and death. I was swinging with eyes closed, holding my breath. I was dying on my way to the bench. But none of it mattered after the game, when my father would find me and call out my name. A soft drink, a snow cone, a candy bar, a limousine ride, and the family car. He loved me, no matter how I played. He loved me, no matter how I played. But none of it mattered after the game, when my father would find me and call out my name. Dreaming of glory the next time out, my father showed me what love is about. He loved me, no matter how I played. He loved me, no matter how I played. He loved me, no matter how I played. La 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 But none of it mattered after the game, when my father would find me and call out my name. All right. Song about baseball. You scroll down here real quick. Oh, very good. Jennifer, what a sweet thing. Hi, Sharon and Michael. Angel, good evening to you. Let's see. Just want a few quick hellos here before we get... I think Doug Damaris requested something. I don't know if I got to that properly. Doug, forgive me if I didn't get to it. I'll try to do next week, buddy. I try to get everybody I can. I will review these comments and make good list for next week. So if you would like to tune in for that, I would love to try to help and do during that. All right, folks. Each week, since the latest round of terrible troubles are happening in the Middle East, I read Psalm 122 before we begin our prayers, and I'll do that again tonight. So let's pray. Psalm 122, a song of ascents of David. I rejoiced when they said to me, let us go to the house of Adonai. Our feet are standing in your gates, Jerusalem. Jerusalem, built as a city joined together. There the tribes go up, the tribes of Adonai, as a testimony to Israel, to praise the name of Adonai. For there thrones for judgment are set up, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be at peace. May there be shalom within your walls, quietness within your palaces. For the sake of my brothers and friends, I now say shalom be within you. For the sake of the house of Adonai our God, I will seek your good. Father, thank you so much for this time to again gather together as we do each week. Thank you for the people who have been listening in real time and those who might join later by way of a replay. And I thank you that I am able to have the honor to sing and interact with these people every week. Thank you for that privilege. Lord, as prayer requests are being posted or being maybe even just brought to mind without posting, we ask that you would be with and attend to the requests and the concerns of all the people who are sharing those with each other. Keep us faithful to pray for one another. And we especially pray for those who are dealing with loss, those who are dealing with the threat of illness, either for themselves or others. And especially remembering Carol tonight and those who are needing medical intervention and needing assist. Speaking of which, Lord, we pray, as we do each week, for all of those in the medical profession, doctors, nurses, admin, wherever they are, hospitals, doctors' offices, clinics, palliative care, nursing homes, wherever their work may take them. We ask that you would be with those who practice the healing arts and ask that you would guide both their minds and their hearts in the work that they do. Lord, we pray each week for those who do the dangerous work that we take all too for granted most of the time. Police departments, fire departments, emergency medical technicians, also all the branches of the military that keep us safe and serve our country and serve the citizenry. And we thank you for that. O Lord, support us all the day long, until the shadows lengthen and the evening comes and the busy world is hushed and the fever of life is over and our work is done. And then, in thy mercy, grant us a safe lodging and a holy rest and peace at the last. Amen. And now we pray together as we've been taught. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory,
All right. I'd love to play that occasionally after our prayer time. That, of course, is Jeff Johnson. And though I'm spacing on the name now, it was just in the video. Wonderful vocalist. So a little bit there. And also, I want to, again, let you know, let me find it, I've got to call it up here, reminding you that, that the Stonecutter is out there and doing great things in the world. My friend Brock Meyer wrote a wonderful book that is a fictionalized, but nonetheless very much rooted in a lot of detailed reality of the story of the Gadarene demoniac, the man that I called the Man of the Tombs. Brock has written a wonderful novel about it. You can get it in all the usual places. And so I wanted to highlight that again, as I always like to do. And let me type this real quick here. I want to... If you join up for my newsletter, I usually don't hit you more than about once a week unless there's something big going on. And I send out dedicated links to the live stream. So that is something you can take advantage of. And by signing up for the newsletter, and this last week's this last week's newsletter, I featured a link to the interview that I did recently with Brock that he posted on his YouTube channel, and some versions of Man of the Tombs, and all right. I bind unto myself today the gift to call on the Trinity, the saving faith where I can say, come three in one, oh one in three. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today the love of angels and seraphim, the prayers and prophecies of saints, the words and deeds of righteous men. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. God's ear to hear me, God's hand to guide me, God's might to uphold me, God's shield to hide me against all powers deceiving, against my own unbelieving, whether near or far. I bind unto myself today hope to rise from the dust of earth, the songs of nature giving praise to Father Spirit, living word. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today the gift to call on the Trinity. All right. Well, that brings to a close this edition of Bob Bennett Weekly Live. Again, if I missed your request, I will go back through and try to do a make good next week if I can. And if I didn't, for some reason, you got by me and I didn't say hello to you, please kindly pardon me. I'm always kind of rolling with one oar here when I'm trying to keep up with all the comments and sing and live stream and all that. So I'm doing my level best to do all of that, and I hope you'll be understanding of that. Let's see, there was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, wanted to thank those of you who jingle into the digital tip jar. I don't have a sponsor. I don't have a salary. I just sit in front of my computer and do this, and I've done it almost for 4 years now. I just love it. And there are people who each week remind me that they know I'm a working man, and they really are bless me. So thank you for whatever you might be able to do, and don't worry about it if you can't do. That's not the basis on which I'm doing this. If I wanted it to be a money-making thing, then there'd be like a charge to get in or something, and of course that's never going to happen. So I just love doing this. I love being with you all. So let me thank Ron and Kathy Strand. They are the co-founders of The Upper Room Presents, along with Mauricio Personius, Tom Michelon, Eric Hansen, and Tony Medeiros. Let me thank Kevin and Barb Ryan. As I say every week, see that stylish R on the headstock of my guitar? I play a Ryan guitar, a Kevin Ryan guitar. You find out more about Kevin Ryan guitars if you're a guitar geek Ryan Guitars, plural.com, Ryan Guitars. My thanks to my beloved Message Fairy, my beautiful Mrs. Bennett, Elena. And she's always thinking of you guys and praying for you guys, even though she's not been on the live stream for a bit. You guys are never far from her thoughts. Also, I would like to, as always now, I've taken to, maybe too late, but I'm starting to each week to thank my brother Michael, because the whole reason I have a guitar in my hand at almost 69 years old is that when I was a 10-year-old kid, my brother taught me how to play. Took me to clubs, coffee houses, folk music venues, and he is very, very much primarily responsible for my life in music. So my thanks to my brother Michael. And with that, God willing, hope to see you next Saturday. We'll switch back to Saturday, March 2nd, our normal Saturday 5 p.m. Pacific time slot. And until then, God bless you guys. Praises be to the healer of my life.